Whether you're a fan of Minecraft or not, you'll definitely want to stick around for this video to see some of the most bizarre and strange mods that exist in the Minecraft community. Some of these mods have become infamous due to their controversial nature, and I've compiled the top 10 most controversial Minecraft mods for you today. Number 10, Morph Mod. The Morph Mod lets you live your dream of playing as any other mob in Minecraft, experiencing what it's like to play as a non-human character, allowing you to swim, fly, breathe underwater, and utilize all their different strengths and weaknesses or attributes. Now, this mod is not too controversial, other than the fact that you can gain a pretty unfair advantage in the game with certain creatures, say like the Enderman who can endlessly teleport, although there's always a downside such as their weakness to water. But using powers not usually available to you makes you pretty OP. I guess it would be considered a form of cheating if you're playing with friends, but then again it makes for some hilarious trolling when using this mod, and I'm sure you've seen some videos of people doing so. Number 9, Twerk Sim 2K16. You've probably never heard of this mod, at least not by its name, but you've probably experienced playing with it if you've ever played any of the top 10 Skyblock mod packs out there, or the ones which I've featured on the channel. So basically you're channeling your inner Miley Cyrus with this mod. It adds more of a reason to use the crouch animation in the game to basically perform a twerking dance to grow crops, being a recreation of the tree growing simulator mod, which basically did the same thing. Of course, you can pretty much do this in Minecraft anyway, but you can see why some people may not like this one, although I personally find it pretty funny that you can just squat down to grow your crops faster. It literally makes no sense, but I'm here for it. Number 8, Erebus. The Erebus is a mod adding an all new dimension to Minecraft that's absolutely awesome, although it may be the worst nightmare for anyone who hates insects. This mod can be quite challenging, especially since there's a higher number of hostile mobs added in the new dimension, which can be difficult to defeat. However, the main controversy of this mod is that it has a whole load of insects, and just like vanilla Minecraft, spiders, which is a big trigger for anyone with arachnophobia, aka a fear of spiders. If you hate spiders and they freak you out in any way, you should probably skip over this one. Although I hate wasps, and I can still play this mod and also the Bumblezone mod completely fine, so you're probably just being soft. Number 7, Teletubbies Mod. So this mod probably looks quite innocent on the surface, right? You probably don't see anything wrong. Well, let's continue. This mod adds all the characters from Teletubbies, which is a show you probably watched during your childhood if you're from the UK like me, or maybe if you saw it on international TV. This mod is controversial for fewer reasons than some of the others on this list, although it seems quite inappropriate and unsettling to add Teletubbies into Minecraft, and also quite disturbing when you realise there's evil zombie Teletubbies that try to kill you at night and that burn in the daylight. Creepy. Number 6, NoCubes Mod. This one probably doesn't need too much explanation. This mod completely changes the game's default cube-shaped blocks that you're so used to into more rounded, sloped, or curved-shaped terrain, basically completely changing its entire terrain set, its building blocks, and how everything interacts with the world. And it makes some really interesting topography when exploring, especially in caves, which are much more fun to explore when they have a rounded out, cylindrical appearance to them. This mod completely switches up how Minecraft looks and also how it feels though, which can be a little bit jarring for the first time and kind of trippy. Not to mention that it does cause some compatibility issues with other mods or resource packs, which can make it difficult to use and sometimes unplayable altogether. The mod can also be quite resource intensive and cause some performance issues, mainly due to the larger number of newer shapes and textures, which can be a reason for hitches or when the game may crash and run slow for some people's machines. Number 5, Lycanites Mobs. Lycanites Mobs, you've probably had the unfortunate dread of facing some of these monsters if you've ever played RLcraft. This mod adds a significant amount of new content to the game, most of which can change the entire balance and feeling of Minecraft. Now, the reason this mod has seen some backlash over time is mainly because of its unique art style, which was entirely different than what anyone had seen back when it was originally released and fairly new. You see, not everyone knows that Lycanite Mobs was originally most loosely based off the video game Doom, or at least added most of its monsters as mobs at the start to the Nether, basically mimicking the game's classic 3D art style with more spritey textures, something which was almost too hyper detailed for Minecraft. But there's a big dedicated fan base behind this mod, and I have to say the bosses in it are absolutely awesome and make for some great fights, and nowadays you can actually make it more vanilla friendly if you use a special resource pack which makes the mobs models a little bit more like Mojangs. Number 4, Herobrine Mod. This creepypasta mod is absolutely legendary. I can still remember the days of installing this mod on one of my friend's PCs and just pranking him with it. Everyone knows the legend of Herobrine in Minecraft, and whether you believe it or not, this mod will bring the chilling story to life and make it a reality. This mod is pretty controversial for the fact that Herobrine was not actually meant to even be part of Minecraft, and most people see the mystery as pretty much debunked to this point, a hoax created as a story online that some still believe to be true, one that's become an immense legend in the community. Some players find Herobrine scary and unsettling, although this mod pretty much takes away from the original feeling of the game, because it puts the entire focus upon Herobrine and the griefing damage that he does to you and to your world, so there's literally no peace. But you asked for that by installing it anyway, right? Number 3, more creeps and weirdos. This crazy mod adds a whole bunch of new creatures and items to the game, and it's a super nostalgic mod from way back in 2010, one that a lot of you guys may remember if you're an OG, having been updated and remastered at this point by other developers to be played on more modernized versions. This mod changes the balance and feeling of the game, and its controversial nature mainly comes from the fact that some of these mobs and creatures are just plain disturbing, really, especially the Floob creature that's practically a disfigured human that echoes disturbing noises. If that wasn't enough, then maybe you should see the gigantic baby. Don't make him cry, it wouldn't be your best idea, and it probably would be your last. Number 2, classic Xray. Xray, a highly controversial mod for so many reasons. It allows the user to see through all blocks and the majority of surfaces to easily locate valuable resources, like ores and minerals with minimal effort and time. This mod is super fun to use, but it's controversial for sure, especially if you choose to bring it into multiplayer, that is. This mod can be seen as an unfair advantage, as it gives those players who use it an edge over the others who do not. Most consider Xray unfair play in multiplayer communities, so most servers do have rules against it, with punishments like warnings, kicks, and even permanent bans. Sometimes choosing to use plugins to counter those trying to get away with it, some that detect or even fully block Xray from even being used. Number 1, the Girlfriend Mod. Taking the top spot on this list for the most controversial mods and strange mods is the Orespawn Mod, which contrary to popular belief is not actually just some mod that adds a bunch of different custom ores. No, it's a mod that adds a myriad of random fun and wild features. Dubbed as the so-called Girlfriend Mod, the reason this one is on the list is because it literally adds girlfriends and boyfriends into Minecraft, letting players basically have virtual girlfriends, which is pretty amusing to be honest, and of course has been the subject of some pretty hilarious YouTube videos, some of those which have been removed due to embarrassment, Tommy in it, and also judgment from one's friendship circles, and rightly so. She just comes from a different school, bro. She's real, honest. And that's the list of the top 10 most controversial Minecraft mods. Whether you love or hate these mods, one thing is for sure, they've definitely caused a stir amongst players, mostly for the wrong reasons. Let me know in the comments below which mods you found to be the most controversial, and if you love or have played any of them. And tell me any that I missed from this list. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more exciting videos like this one.